Greetings and welcome to the Pugilists Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? A decision you'll not regret. But before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Coliseum. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators, and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilists Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the guild master's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the guild master's inspection? Master Hamon is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years the man ruled the Bloodsands as the Holyfist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Heh. Past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Why you're not my errand boy? There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Oh ho ho, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guild master, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yarg. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son, it give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Right. Joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself, now. Yes, you have fighting spirit, I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of aura. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now, I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons, and let me know when you're ready to begin. Looking every bit a pugilist, son. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Then Allen. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now, this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the aura I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Ah, you're back, and none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, cater, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Ha ha ha. The next pugilist quest will be available from Hamon upon reaching level 5. You've been training hard, Cater. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming ups in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Ulda. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an MLJA warband on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely, your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had bet on yourself. That's my money lying out there, son. I'd thank you to hurry and pick it all up before some vulture swoops on it. $500 gil? Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of. Ahem. I mean, well done, Cater. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson, a trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Then Allen. There you'll find 4 large stones, the trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes, after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now, off you go, Cater, and good luck. So you've given the earth sprites what for? Well done, Cater. By smiting stone and earth, you've forged unyielding weapons of your fists. You're a nigh endless fount of vigor, Cater. Just like myself in my younger days.
This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about.
Well, of course he's promising, he's training under Hamon Holyfist.
Hehe, that's our master Hamon.
Cater, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchudo.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hamon's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together, let us strive for mastery of our art.
Chuchudo joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but...
Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Cater's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from him? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs.
Ahem. Yes, Cater's future with us is bright indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holyfist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ha ha ha. Ah, there you are, Cater. I see you've been training hard as ever. Your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time, you learned the basics of combinations. Today, I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild, along the merchant strip. By way of a warm-up, I want you to deal each a solid boot shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath? Good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today, I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with a swift boot shine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike. Then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now, you'll need some opponents to practice on. The Kikirn that infest the rat's nest in central then Alan ought to serve. Hit them with snap punch 3 times, and we'll call it a lesson well learned. You've already mastered the snap punch combination? Crikey, Cater, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I'd treat you to a demonstration here and now, except
I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Hamon has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder, Widax, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless, they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes.
Ha ha ha. That one never gets old.
Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding, Cater. If I don't keep on my toes, you're like to surpass me in a matter of moons.
Just between you and me, Shuchudo's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Ririkuta's the lad's name, and he and Shuchudo joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees, and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guild master, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would, I took them in, and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. Would that we knew what's become of Rarakuta. But we were talking about you, Cater. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear? Ah, there you are, Cater. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today, I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, son, these toads are huge, which means they have huge guts. But that's beside the point. The point is, you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well, so bide your time and wait for an opening. And when that opening shows, thwack. Rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchudo and I will be waiting for you at Black Brush Station. Your lesson continues there.
I'm taking part in today's lesson as well. Good luck to the both of us.
So, did you bring me the toad legs? This is the stuff all right? Now, I just need some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of...
Master?
Ahem. What I meant to say was, you've done well to defeat the toxic toads, Cater. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against. The talk was true. Hamon Holyfist is really here. Ha ha ha. I can take nary a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir. I have grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through Black Brush Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turn a blind eye.
Somnus. That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber.
A dear friend suffered that very fate, that's why I want to put an end to the smuggling. But I'm just an ordinary person, and there's precious little I can do. Ha ha ha. You've done enough to bring word to me, friend. For as surely as Hamon Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You truly are a hero to us all. Ha ha ha. Slight change of plans, Cater. In place of the endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people of Black Brush Station. Report back once you've learned something.
It appears a silver-haired Lalafell was seen skulking about the station recently. He was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden.
There is an abandoned Kakirn lair a short distance west of the coffer and coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for a smuggling operation, wouldn't you say? Searching for Somnus smugglers, you say? Word is they are associated with the Alacron, a coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act in alliance. The Alacron, a likely hideout, and a silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this. Not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Kakiran lair west of the coffer and coffin. We'll lie in wait for them there. Thous balls. That's. Gahaha. We've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wakefer's bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move.
Rurakuta. It is you, isn't it?
Chuchuto, and Master. It's been a while.
You vanish from the guild with nary a word, and we find you here smuggling somnus with those villains? What is the meaning of this?
Rurakuta, my boy. I didn't teach you how to fight so that you could become a pox on society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chuchuto, Cater, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers.
Show them the fruit of your training, Cater. Have no fear. We're students of Hamon Holyfist. The marmots are all yours, Cater. Where the marauders' sweeping swings. The enemy pugilists hit hard. Stay light on your feet.
Useless, the whole bloody lot of them. Best we flee for now.
Hamon Holyfist?
If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly, or there will be trouble. Holyfist. Don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you.
Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about?
It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds, training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels, and was about to call out when I saw this. You would challenge the Holyfist? You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that, but you'd do well to know your limits. So be it.
Master?
You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot.
Master.
All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. The gods are cruel.
Master. What is the meaning of this? Explain yourself.
Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot, a common bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth.
Gahaha. I can scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wegfer learns of this. I can't believe it. How did Master become so weak?
Forgive me, Chuchuto, Cater. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Hamon Holyfist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I would be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do as Chuchuto bids, Cater. What are you bloody gawkin' at? I ain't in no mood for talkin', so step back afore you break your ribs on my fists.
Might be as I'm doing the teachin' now, but it only feels like yesterday that I was still droppin' my aura all over the place. I've been doing some thinking, Cater. While 'tis true that Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hamon has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Cater. Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare to hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Hamon used to great effect during his prize-fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Cater, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Hamon beholds you, he will surely be moved to action.
Oh, it's you, Cater. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you, if I ever did at all. You're far better off training under Chuchuto. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be.
HRMMM. I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Hamon out of his doldrums. It seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Hamon once did, overcome the self-same challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Cater. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the Vilcan from their hives bear the mark of his fists. I want you to seek out these trees, and do as Master Hamon once did, strike them with a bootshine combo, and fight the hornet clouds that emerge. Once you have felt enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Hamon. They will remind him of better days, I am sure of it.
What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Thous balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Drybone? Heh, those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back. What I wouldn't give to relieve them. Cater. I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Ready or not, here I come. Make me feel good, Cater. Ugh. That'll leave a bruise. Yes. It's starting to come back to me. You won't have it so easy this round, Cater. Ha ha ha. There's no stopping the Holyfist.
I can't bear to watch.
And Gia, have you no respect for the elderly? Yes. Yes. My strength returns. Come on. Let's go at one more round.
Again?
Get ready to feel the power of Hamon Holyfist. I'm just getting started. More, Cater. Give me more. Ugh. I feel so alive. Ha ha ha. Gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet, see if I don't.
Gahahaha. What are ya doin', old man? Learnin' how to walk?
Why Yuri, wake for wide axe. Ain't none called me that in ages. Nay, not since the day ye defeated me on the blood sands. I gave up prize fightin' after that for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found a place in the Alacran. Your boy Rirakuta works for me now. Imagine me surprise when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holyfist. But Holyfist ain't nothin' but a name these days, so I'm told. How do ye sleep at night, knowin' how flaccid ye be become? Course, if you're havin' trouble noddin' off, ye could always try a whiff o' somnus. I'll even give ye a complimentary sample. But like as not, a errand old sort like you won't ever wake up again. Gahahaha. Shut your mouth, Wakefer, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends, after all, and friends help each other out. Ya mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend a helping hand. By way o' motivating yet, how's about we have us a rematch? O' course, it take place in public, Jews like old times. Oh, and there should be a fit-in purse as well. Let's say, the winner gets the Pugilists Guild.
What? That's ridiculous. Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this.
Ah, this must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on as me personal assistant. Gahahaha.
Do you really mean to fight him?
Have no fear, Shuchudo.
Master.
Cater. I don't mean to put undue pressure on you. But the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders.
I don't believe this.
Listen to me, Shuchudo. I know I can do this. I just need Cater to keep getting stronger, as he's been doing so far. Fighting him reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wakefer as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats, if not lying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Cater. So keep at your training, I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here, and we'll both continue our lessons. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I'm in no condition to teach. This is rather embarrassing to admit, but in my eagerness to prepare for the big rematch, I've overtrained and thrown my back out. I tell you, old age is hell's. I fear Chuchudo will have to tend to you in my stead.
It seems the prospect of facing his old rival has lit a veritable fire under Master Hamon's backside. I am so relieved to see that he has a purpose again. The trick now is to keep a lid on his zeal, lest he injure himself. But let us speak of your lesson. When you are ready, come and meet me at Little Alamigo. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain to find stimulating. I've been waiting for you, Cater. Today, your training will be to prepare for Master Hamon's training. I've brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the locations are rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, if you must approach dangerous fiends, lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now, Cater, go set up those striking dummies. I shall await your return. Excellent work, Cater. All that's left is to have Master Hamon come and train. What are you doing here?
That adventurer is a negative influence on Master Hamon. I'm going to see to it he never bothers him again.
What are you talking about? Cater's the best thing that's happened to Master in years. If you want a piece of him, you'll need to deal with me, too.
Out of my way, Chuchudo.
No. I won't let you hurt Cater.
Hounds. Tear that man apart.
The Warhound is trouble, Cater. Finish it quick as you can.
You leave me no choice.
A Bastet? Where did you find that thing? That creature will sap your strength. Avoid its gaze. You've grown strong, Virakuta. Why, Virakuta? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Hamon and seeing the guild in ruins?
You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake. It's true I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in that pathetic state. And it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But where else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guild to his name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Hamon took me in and instructed me in the ways of the fist. This is why I want him to give up his foolish notion of facing Wigfer. You don't know that man like I do, Shuchuto. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that Master has grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means having him swallow his pride.
Oh, Virakuta. Why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Cater is not the plague that you think he is. It's his will to succeed that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the day of the rematch finally comes, I've no doubt he will wallop that odious Wegfer to the 7th hell and back.
I pray you're right. But whatever happens, know that I cannot help you, not where I am. Chuchuto, Cater, I leave Master Hamon in your care.
Gods, that felt liberating. Trading blows with Virakuta and learning his true agenda, a great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let us return to the guild, Cater. You've had your training, and now it's time for Master Hamon's.
Welcome back, Cater. I'm told you've kindly set up some dummies for me. But gods, man, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Shuchuto's hidden my grog and says I won't see a drop of it till I've finished training. How the hells am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? That girl will make a fine guild master when the time comes. I heard about Rurakuta as well, of course. For all his shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. But while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wegfer. Not today, and not ever. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wegfer. Don't slack off, Cater, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did, son. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you, Cater. I want you to meet me out in the Segolii Desert, at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Miko-Te maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eyes can see. Crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet. Scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I well remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holyfist. That's where I'd have you enter, Cater. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. But before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need a warm-up, too? Oh, don't you worry, I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. Ha ha ha. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you'd best run along and give them more of the same. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wakefur, I'll need more than just endurance, I'll need to remember how each strike transitions to the next. And you're going to help refresh my memory, by pummeling the sense back into me. Hit me, Cater. With everything you've got. Don't hold back. Ugh. That's it? Give me more. Yes. This pain. I can feel it working. This feeling. This is it. Ha ha ha. This is what I call growing pains. Now we fight. This time I'm going to give as much as I get. I'm not finished yet. And Gia. Mark me, the next round, will be mine. Ha ha ha. Nothing can keep me down. Brace yourself, Cater. I've a mind to finish this. Ha ha ha. I'm nothing if not persistent. I have it. I've got it. As a river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Cater. The raging torrent of your blows has been as a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything.
Master. It's Wakefur. The man is back in Ul'dah, and he's demanding that you fight him, now.
So it begins. Very well, I will go to settle the score with Wakefur. He will be the first to know that the Holyfist has returned. Heh, I didn't expect ye to come so soon, if at all. Yeah, sure ye want to go ahead with this? I'm a man o' reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt ye. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this mummer's farce. Ye can live out the rest o' your days in peace. The only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm going to make you the same offer, walk away, and you won't get hurt. They say Hamon Holyfist is going to perform his legendary technique.
Right here on the avenue? Is it safe?
Gahaha. I see age has robbed ye o' your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny it to yet? Jews, remember, there ain't no goin' back once your head goes flyin'. Just like old times. Wakefer. Hurrah. Did you see that? Because I sure as hells didn't. He was too fast. No. This can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your arses out here, all o' yet. Case you're wonderin', that was Pluto. Just a draft of it, and your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Umph, stubborn bugger.
Rurakuta? But, why?
I refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Gaha ha 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 ha. Say your prayers to whatever gods ye keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers'll recognize yet. Gaha ha ha. I'll lop off your heads and chite down your necks. You leave Wakefer to me. You heard Master Hamon. We take care of the minions.
I have your back.
Bloody hells, Wakefer is maiming his own.
Utter madness. Keep clear of Wakefer.
Gaha ha ha. You're tough as old mutton, Hamon. Mayhap I'll try some tenderer, like a slice o' your adorable students. No, Wakefer. It's me you wanted to fight?
Watch out, Cater. Wakefer comes. You did it, Master Hamon. You won.
Master. No, Shuchuto, we won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible. You wiped the avenue with those crooks. I'm going to tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home, to the guild. The guild hasn't changed one bit. I want to thank you again, Cater. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rurikuta's come to his senses, and Chuchuto's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I will have no more to do with the Alacron. I will roam the land till I find myself, and strive to become a great pugilist like you.
You've only just returned, and you're leaving us already? I don't suppose there is aught I can say that will change your mind. But if you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here.
Ha ha ha. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, Cater, your combinations were a sight to behold, and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. You have grown strong, Cater, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself never to be forgot.